My, it's busy in the jungle today. Look at all these people running around. Okay, so this is kind of an unintentional two-pack, except that it is going to be a two-pack. The jumping puzzle is located in the Dreamdark Enclaves, but in order to get to the Dreamdark Enclave, you have to go through Morgan's Spiral. Morgan's Spiral is this jumping puzzle here. Looks a little intimidating at first. Actually, it is a little intimidating at first. Um, but it can be done. It's fairly simple. It's just a lot of little bit. It's little platforms. There's not a great deal of difficulty. The only difficulty I would say. Oh, by the way, you like my new mini fire tornado? Cost me 100. Was it 105,000 karma? That's pretty damn expensive for a mini, but you know, not as expensive as gems. Anyways, the only problem you have to worry about, by the way, there's an eating challenge right here. So yes, there is that. The only thing you have to worry about with this particular jumping puzzle, and like I said, you don't really have much choice. If you want to get to this is one of those rare occasions where, yeah, this is one of those very rare occasions where two jumping puzzles are literally right, not only they're right next to each other, but in order to get to one, you have to go through the other one first. Fortunately, the first one is not as difficult. So we can get through this easily enough, and then we'll get to the actual daily jumping puzzle, which is right here. And as you can already see, there's a Mesmer doing free parts right there. So we are going to completely disregard him. As I was saying, the only thing you really have to worry about is there's an occasional event which will cut off this little wrap around a ramp right here. So there's an event which will prevent this, but you know, the event comes back quickly enough, and you can just kind of revisit it later on. So, or you can, the event comes back. Anyways, why do I have a speed boost on me? I don't like doing this with speed. There we go. Gliding will help you in this this puzzle. I kind of do it by habit now. The rumbling that you hear there, actually, you know, I wonder if I should turn on my camera shake. Let's see, camera rotation. Where is the shaking camera? Enable camera shake. There we go. Let's make things a little more interesting here. So every time I go through an area, you'll see the camera shake. That's not me, by the way. That's them shaking it. So, God, that camera shake is real. I forgot how annoying it can be. By the way, the rocks that are falling here, they will not hurt you. It's all aesthetic. Oof. That's a really close one, but yes, you can land right on that ledge right there. There's a lot of close calls in this final section here. You just have to get used to it. Ah, you see, there's the event right there that I was just talking about. If this event fails, then the ramp that you use to, the ramp that you use to get up, which is right there, the Silvari Tower, if that gets destroyed in the event, it'll be rebuilt after a few minutes. And since there's nobody down there, I'm very concerned that ramp's going to get. Yeah, you can see the tower's getting destroyed right now. So, because there's nobody down there to do anything about it because they're just busy porting. Easy peasy. For you rangers out there, this is the only place you can pick up the juvenile jungle spider, by the way. So, incentive to get this done. Okay, so that was the first jumping puzzle, and that's fairly easy. There's no major problem. And by the way, if you have the ability to glide, if you have Heart of Thorns, this is no longer a fatal fall. You can just hop right off, no worries. And I believe, yes, you can use a mount to get in and out of there, so no worries. Okay, now for the actual daily jumping puzzle. That was just to get to the daily jumping puzzle. Now we're actually going to do it. And because there's a lot of people coming in through here, there's actually a lot of... there's 2 guards here that have knockback, so you want to kill them before you attempt to cross that bridge right there, because if you don't, you can get knocked off, and this is a fatal drop right there. And by the way, no gliding. Actually, I'm going to switch. No, 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 no! My God, what happened? It's not like I didn't, like, press jump. That was interesting. Okay, so, if you want to do this easy mode, and you just so happen to have a Springer... Boy, that was very strange what just happened there. There you go. Anyways, let's try that again, shall we? Ah, here are the two guys. Oops, right. Okay, let's try this again. These are here to cause you trouble. Again, remember, do not ever go into a jumping... Do not ever jump in a jumping puzzle if you're under attack or if you're in combat mode. Always wait for it. I kind of went the wrong way, but I'm okay. A lot of enemies down here. A lot of enemies. It's not like they spawn in difficult ways. Alright, let's deal with you. I did that wrong. You're probably wondering why there are 3 corpses sitting right here. Well, there's a particularly nasty jump right up there that you have to contend with. I may very well die myself. The reason I'm doing this now is because, well, there's a lot of people who are going to be on the ground. Technically, we are inside the jumping puzzle, but we haven't gotten to, like, the actual jumping puzzle part. So right now I'm just clearing villains and stuff. Villains? Great. But there's also a chest over here, which is often protected. You're going to see a lot of, wolves and nightmare courtiers, and there's a veteran actually that stands over this chest.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise.
Let's see, did I remember to... Yes, I did. Okay, here we go. Now for the actual jumping puzzle. That's a deceptive jump right there. There's a couple of those turrets along the way. Don't worry about it. Always wait till you're out of combat. This gets really tricky right here. This part right here. You gotta take it carefully. You cannot go... You can go up here, but the problem is there's a turret right over your head. If it's obstructive, how come I'm doing damage to it, you know? Wait for it. I gotta Wait a few more seconds because I got poisoned pretty well there. Carefully irk your way across this. You don't have to go to that mushroom right there. Okay, right here, right here. This is the hard part. Because you have to go from here. You see where this guy's, the mini is? That's where you have to land. And it's damned difficult. It is damned difficult. Just look at the number of corpses that are building up down there. And you can see people, they're just using their mounts to get up there. That's all they're doing. And you know, if I wasn't recording, I'd do the same thing. But if you're lucky, you can make that jump. And I can't see anything. God, don't fall. Please don't fall. That one that I showed you right there, that's the hardest jump in this whole thing. That's usually where most people die anyways. It's just a matter of following these up and making certain your camera's not obscured. I just double tapped there. I'm glad I turned it off. And yay. Oh, I got some stuff left over from the other day. So, yep, there it is. 2 jumping puzzles for the price of 1. I think I was lucky on this one just because that one ledge with that one shroom ledge there can be an absolute nightmare to get over. But it was also really helpful for the fact that there was a bunch of people hanging around down there. Now there's a banner. Great. Gathering in swiftness. Joy. So yeah, that was the Dark Reverie, whatever it is. The Dream Dark Enclave, you know. If you ever go in there and you're a mesmer, you know, do the nice thing and res people when they're down there. Make arrangements so that, you know, you res me and I'll res you. You do the jumping puzzle and then hop back down. You know, do that kind of thing. Be nice to each other. Or, you know, just use a springer. It's easier. Whatever. Thank you, Oprah, for that meme. Oh, before I forget, this one tip or trick depends on whether or not there's somebody else already inside Dark Reverie. However you want to, how do you pronounce it? I don't know how it's pronounced. But anyways, if you go under the bridge, there is a gate, which is often protected by Nightmare Court creatures. And it just so happens to be open right now. If you're on the inside, you can open this gate. Okay, alright, we'll play. If you're on the inside, you can open this gate for other people, let them know about it. And this is the way that you can actually skip past doing, is it Morgan's Leap, I think is, what? Okay, you see right there? If you're on the outside, you can't open this gate. But if you've already done the first jumping puzzle, was it Morgan's Spiral or whatever it is, then you can come in here and open the gate and let people in and out. So if somebody else is feeling generous that particular way, that particular day, then, you know, you can get in here without having to do the first one. But, you know, honestly, the first jumping puzzle is, in the grand scheme of things, that first jumping puzzle is not that bad. Okay. I think I'm done now. And so with that, this is Ava Unit 4A saying thanks for tuning in.